So this is a continuation of where I was just left, where I left off, where I had just got shot. I'm gonna pluck a card. 10 of diamonds. So I was on my way to New York. I had just got shot, and I was 16 at the time, and what happened was I sat down on the sidewalk after I got shot, and I was running around for a minute, in the heat of the moment I was running around, and I had got tired after the police had handcuffed me where I was shot at. He handcuffed me and I took the handcuffs and ran. I ran across the street and sat down on the sidewalk. And I was on my way to New York, clear in my memory. I could still remember I was on my way to New York. And the ambulance showed up, because I was sitting on the sidewalk and tired, shot, and get ready to go to New York. I was on my way home, you know what I'm saying? And the guy, it would appear to shoot me out of a jealous rage, you know what I'm saying? That's what it appeared to be, because I know them a certain way now, like they be jealous of you going to New York or being around, people from New York and stuff like that. So out of a jealous rage, I think the person shot me. Even though the person was mad because he was losing, it was more like a jealous rage too, you know what I'm saying? So now, I'm shot, I'm sitting on the sidewalk, and the ambulance show up, they take me to the hospital, treat me, and then when they treat me, the nurses was saying, what kind of shoes are those? I was like, they felines, you know what I mean? She didn't know, those are tennis shoes? Yeah, they feline tennis shoes. They cost like $100 and something at the time. I wasn't selling drugs or nothing, I just save up my money and buy clothes, before I buy snacks, I might buy a snack here and there, but I used to buy sneakers and shirts and pants and stuff like that. I used to go to Tollheimer, 6th Street Marketplace, Miller Roads, shop. I used to go to Willow Lawn, save up my money, buy stuff that I see at Willow Lawn and Tollheimer's and stuff like that. So the nurse started laughing. I was like, yo, what you laughing at? I'm shot, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about? What kind of sneakers, let me know if I'm okay or, because they couldn't tell if I was shot or not at that point. They knew I was shot because my shoulder was bleeding, but they didn't know I was shot based on me having a hole in my chest, but it entered sideways behind my left clavicle, my left collarbone. This left collarbone right here got a bullet behind it right now. They didn't remove the bullets up to date. So they didn't know I was shot completely, and they was laughing, I had on felines. It was like, why you look like you dressed for tennis, but you got gold diamonds in your teeth and stuff like that, and they was laughing. Laughing at how I looked and how I sounded, and I was like, treat me for the gunshot wound, stop laughing, and it ain't funny, I was bugging like that in the hospital. I'm gonna pluck a card. 4 club. I was bugging like that in the hospital because they wasn't taking my situation seriously, but they probably knew I was okay based on being running around all that time. They know the difference between, chances are they knew the difference of whether I was dying or, artery was hit, you know what I mean? But I didn't know the difference. I felt like I was shot and I was panicky, like, you know what I mean? Like, stop laughing. It's not funny, you know what I mean? My feet, my sneakers, I got tennis shoes on. They was like, you don't play tennis, laughing at my, laughing, really laughing, you know what I'm saying? White females, 2 white nurses. And what happened was I ended up staying in the hospital a couple of days. I got out of the hospital. I didn't go to New York. I ended up going to the roller skating rink. I was shot. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, when I was in the hospital, this female that worked at a pizza shop visited me at the hospital. You know, a couple of people visited me while I was at the hospital. You know, it looked kind of funny the whole time. Like people, like the town was doing stuff based on that jealous rage type mentality they got. You know what I mean? They got a jealous rage type mentality. You know what I mean? I will say that. You know what I mean? Where if you go into New York, you know what I mean? They don't want you to leave and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Dead or alive, you know. That's how I saw it at the time. That's how I saw it. Because I didn't see it at the time. This is how I see it now. You know what I mean? I see it now like that. I didn't see it then at the time. Or I would have just left. I wouldn't have been gambling and all that. I wasn't gambling because the person was showing me how to shoot dice. At the same time, the person was losing. So it was like, while the person was losing and showing me how to shoot dice, you know, it was like I was winning while I was learning how to shoot dice. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Because he knew I didn't know how to shoot dice because we went to the crap house before. Before that happened, we went to the crap house together. And, you know, everybody was shooting dice. He see I didn't shoot dice the whole time. I didn't shoot dice. I didn't place no bets. I just was watching. So I had on a sheepskin, diamonds in my teeth. You know what I mean? We was together in the crap house. I had on a gray sheepskin with buckles on it. You know, the jacket kind, not the coat kind. You know how the jacket got the strap, the buckles hanging down. And the buckles on the sleeve. You know, I had one of them on, the buckles around the waist. I had one of them on. It was gray. It wasn't, they call it blue, but it wasn't a full length sheepskin. It was just like a jacket sheepskin. But it was gray. It was, you know what I mean, had the buckles on it. So I had one of them on, I had diamonds in my teeth, a little bit of jewelry. You know what I mean? We're in the crap house bugging, like, you know what I mean? They placing bets. I ain't placing bets the whole time. I'm just watching, you know, watching my back. They got guns on the table, you know what I mean? One of them type of crap houses. It was like, I knew dude like that. But you know what I mean? When he flipped the script right there, you know what I mean? When I hit 7 on a roll, he tried to snatch the money first, and I snatched the money before him, and you know what I mean? He started, you know, going on and on about me having his money, having his dollar. So all this happened over $1, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was in the hospital. A couple people would visited me in the hospital, you know. I didn't go to New York. I went to the roller skating rink that weekend. It was like that weekend I went to the roller skating rink. Everybody was like, you got shot and all that, you know what I mean? It was like, you know, they see me that way. They don't see me like, you know what I mean, I'm not running around shot, you know what I mean, trying to catch dude and all that, you know what I mean? So I went to court. When I went to court, it was like, is that your gun? I was like, yeah, I found it. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, they was trying to get down to the bottom of it, but they wasn't really they wasn't investigating it, and they was just like, all right, we're gonna send him to probation, and you know, you pretty much okay with that? They did something like that to me, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, probation, attempted murder? You know, so I was up on attempted murder, where attempted murder is attempted murder, you know what I mean? So so dude had turned himself in. This is how it got to court. He turned himself in. Jesse turned himself in. You know, after all of that had happened, we was looking for him and all that. He turned himself in. So when they got to court, they gave him probation. And, you know, because I was a juvenile, he was an adult. They gave him probation on attempted murder. So it was like, I still wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking like, you know what I mean, we might have to settle this on our own because, you know, attempted murder probation on attempted murder. That's kind of crazy. Let me pluck a card. Five of Hearts. The light in my eyes, when sometimes I pluck these cards and say the wrong card, like the Eight of Clubs with the Eight of Spades. I said the Eight of Spades with the Eight of Club. Now I'm just making sure this is the Five of Hearts. You know what I'm saying? If you see the light's shining. See the shadow of the card? It's a light right there shining in my face. But it's only so the picture will be clear. It won't be dark. You know what I mean? Some people record and be dark and they don't care if it's dark or not. So I made sure it's bright and you can see what I'm saying. So yeah, it was crazy like that. Like the judge was in on it based on giving them probation and stuff like that. All of them grew up together, and it was like you going to New York, a jealous rage showing up, and they got this jealous thing about going back home and all that. And and I was just in this town of Richmond, Virginia. And that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? People from New York die all the time, you know what I mean? They never make it out of here. It's just one of them situations. You move here and you don't know how to move, or you don't know what's real, get killed. Cause this dude from New York named Chris, he had moved out here, and he was like over South Side. He was over South Side, Richmond. And he got killed out there, you know what I mean? I don't know if he was in a crap house or what, but you know what I'm saying? He got killed. And people was getting killed like that from New York. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's no way to guarantee you're not gonna get killed, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when my situation escalated like that, it kind of transferred through time, where then I got hit by a car. First I went to prison. First I went to jail. Then after I got out of jail, then they ran me over with a car. You know what I mean? I was on a motorcycle. They ran me over with a car. You know what I mean? Stuff be happening like that look questionable the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm here and I'm trying to make my way, you know what I mean, to the Lamborghini, to the Ferrari, to the Porsche now. You know what I'm saying? Click on the link, donate. You know what I mean? I'm all shot up, and you know what I mean? Trying to get donations so I can be able to be in a better place. You know what I'm saying? Click on the link, donate. Peace. $50.